franchise mode once again. It's been a minute. It's been a while since I've streamed. It's been about 3, 4 days, and busy with schoolwork coming back and Destiny raids. So it's been a hectic week, but I'm happy to be back. As you can see, we're about to start the 2030-2031 season. The link has been posted, and we are good to go. So, there we go. And as I said in my tweet, we have some new faces on this team. Very excited to see that, actually. Dominic Bach, Sebastian Aho, Andrei Svechnikov, Tenel, Rabbit, and Suzuki. It's the same line. Will is new, and then we have a couple changes. Poulin did not want to sign, neither did Jake Gensel. So we have Taylor, Sergei Tarasov guy, um, who I guess we traded for at one point. Maybe we got him in free agency. Either way. Anthony Raycroft. This is a prospect, not a prospect of ours. Interesting. And then Jyrki Laaksonen, who is a player we signed in free agency. Also, Jared McCann. We'll get to that in a minute, though. Hayden Conacher and newly acquired in free agency Meg Palmer helping out that first pair. Morgan Riley isn't on the team. He was down to an 85, and I considered keeping him, but I didn't want to run the risk of him becoming like an 82 overall. Because yeah, he'd be better than Niku, but if he was like that at the start of the season, there was a chance that he could regress. And I'm okay with having Niku here because he's only here for one more year. Faust, and then Chase Prisky, newly acquired as well, and Jake Bean and Sammy Niku. So Chase Prisky and Jared McCann were acquired from a certain area. As you can see, Kurt is no longer on the team. We have Jussi Kiskinen on the team, the high elite goalie right here. Still a very good tandem in goal. And so I had to trade Kurt because this guy, he's 22 years old. He's a medium elite goalie. I believe Kurt will be 29 this season. And I can. Yeah, it was okay. Well, it was Kurt for Prisky and McCann. I needed better defense. Prisky was a perfect fit, so he actually comes back to the Hurricanes here. And Jared McCann, I needed a center really badly, actually. And so Jared McCann is now a Carolina Hurricane. So, exciting stuff. Very happy to see that the trade worked out for the Canes and we got to improve the defense a little bit. And now we can move on. I'm going to sim to December 1st, and we're going to see how it goes. I'm excited to see how Kieskinen does. He's the best goalie we've drafted in this system at high elite. Other than that, not too much else has gone on. It's been a bit of a boring off season. The top of the draft was pretty good. I drafted a couple really good forwards, and then when I went to look for defensemen, there were none available. So the last half of the draft was terrible. The first half of the draft was pretty great, actually. So fairly happy with the draft. I just would have liked to see a slightly better end of the draft, especially from a defense standpoint, because I drafted a ton of great forwards, but not many defensemen. No defensemen, actually. I didn't draft a single good defenseman. Losing the season opener in Vancouver is a bit tough, but at least it was an away game, so we don't lose the home opener. We do win 5-1 against St. Louis. This is our home opener, though, against Arizona, who's 4-0-0, and we lose 6-4. Man, tough start to the year with playing against some two really good teams. And we win against Boston 5-2. A player for Charlotte is out with a neck strain for 2 weeks. Yikes. So that's not good. Game against Vancouver this month, finishing up that series, and we win 5-2. So it looks like the offense is pretty solid. this year. And shootout loss, that kind of stinks, but that's okay. We finish up the season series against Vancouver and St. Louis this month. I did see that. Viewing the draft class now, looks like this Karpatsev guy is supposed to go first overall, allegedly. And we know that he has a strong 200-foot game, puck protection, and offensive creativity. Other than that, we don't really know much about him. He might be a sniper. Other than that, not too much. No gems so far. It was a good draft for gems, but yeah, not too much to say about that. 3-0 win against the Rangers, though. So, and a win against Philly. So we are winning against the Metro teams. Jaspers is back a little early for Charlotte, which is good. And we split the season series against Vancouver and the Blues this month. I would like to see us win more against the Western Conference teams and a loss against Tampa in the shootout, and we're in a wild card spot. Playing against the Penguins here, who are struggling this season, 2-5-1, and we win 9-0. My goodness, wow. That's a pretty big win there. And this is probably going to be a short stream tonight. I think I'm only going to stream about a season, I'd say. So I'll probably stop at the draft once again. And I guess we'll never know what that game against Edmonton was. Looks like it was a win, though, because we do win against Anaheim there. Playing against Arizona for the last time this year. Dominic Bach is out with a fractured jaw, and he's only going to miss a week and a half. All right. Winnipeg actually wants to make another defensive trade with us. They want to give us former Hurricane Justin Barron and a 6th-round pick for a 1st-round pick. I just want to see what Barron is. He was an 81 when we traded him away. He grew to an 82 overall, so that's really not that great. No, that's not worth a 1st-round pick. He's only a 1 overall point upgrade. And a shootout loss to Arizona, man. Good draft year, though. We've had a couple weak draft years in a row, so hopefully that means we can get some value in the late rounds. Dominic Bach is back way earlier than I thought he would be, so that's a little concerning. But we split the season series against Vegas. We actually do win in terms of points. We have 3. Vegas only got 2. 9-3-4. And New York fires their coach less than 2 months into the season. Man. And in the draft last year, Florida moved from 15th to 1st overall to win the first lottery pick, which was crazy. I simmed this off-season maybe about 20 minutes ago. Bach out with a fractured jaw again. See, I knew he was going to get hurt. He came back before he was ready. Man. Ooh, huge trade here. Lots of assets involved. 2 first-round picks from the Canes. Ooh, for Brendan Gould, who is an 82 overall. Axel Anderson, who is an 81 overall, so not even an upgrade. 14, not worth it, and a 3rd. That's a terrible trade. I am saying no to that deal 10 times out of 10. Speaking of 10, that win against Tampa was our 10th win of the season. And yeah, a lot of overtime and shootout losses. Mostly shootout losses so far this season. Anthony Raycroft is back. I don't remember him getting hurt. I don't want to trade for Brendan Lemieux. 2-1 loss against Buffalo. Tough stuff, man. So we're losing, and Bach is back again really early, and that's a concern. Hopefully that doesn't end up being a problem. 4-2 win against Montreal, which is good. Hanging on there in a wild card spot, but we are 1 point out of 2nd in the division, so a win against Washington could change that, and it doesn't because we lose. If only we could turn some of these shootout losses into wins. And another loss here, man. Tough month for the Canes. We're 11-7-5. We do have a chance to at least break our losing ways against Boston, and we do. We win 4-2, and we're still in that wild card spot. And that's where we're going to stop simming. 12-7-5, a pretty mediocre record. And again, I can't stress this enough. 5 overtime and shootout losses. Let's see. So we definitely had 3 shootout losses that month. So all of our overtime losses have actually been in the shootout, which is a bit of a concern. Hopefully we can stop doing that and win in the shootout. But we're going to keep simming 2 months again. And this game's against Columbus here. And that's a much better record, much more manageable for us. And new draft rankings. Oh boy, that's exciting. Let's see. So we know that this Karpatsev guy is a medium elite, more than likely a goal scorer. Sean Couturier comparisons, and he looks pretty much NHL ready, which is good. Other than that, I don't see a whole lot of talent at the top of the draft. Any gems? One gem, and it's a defenseman. Yes! And he's projected to go at the end of the second round. No, early third, so we could actually nab him with a second round pick if we feel the need. Balance, offensive instincts, and defensive zone play, so he's a really good two-way defenseman from the looks of it. Shooting's good, physical's good, puck skills and senses are also pretty decent. His skating's kind of weak, and his defense is okay. Isn't that great, but that's okay. I like that pick. So that's definitely a player to keep an eye on, especially if he has like a medium top 4D potential. That would be huge. Game against the Rangers, it's a 3-0 shutout win, so nice. We're contenders in the division. We are third in the division now, tied with Philly in points. Playing against a struggling Montreal team, and we beat them 5-3, and a 3-2 loss the next night against the Wild. Bit of a road stretch here. We have 5 games on the road, and Barron has been traded to Dallas for a second, a third, and a prospect. Wow. So pretty much a first-round pick in terms of value, but not a first-round pick. And San Jose, playing against a struggling San Jose team, we beat them 4-1, third in the division, but it's a very close race in the Metro, as you can see. And we're pretty much just playing 500 hockey this month. Yeah, not great. 3 losses and 4 wins, so we're 4-3 this month. And a 1-0 loss, so we're 500 this month. Jeez. And we're out of a playoff spot now. Hopefully we can beat Colorado. Player for Charlotte is out, Tristan Shattenkirk. And we lose Colorado, so we're 4-5 in the month of December. Can we beat the Rangers to at least get something? 6-0 win. Okay, so we shut up the Rangers twice this month, back to 500, and we get over that with a win against the Capitals, 6-4. So we're 6-5 this month. Still not great, but we have one more games than we've lost. And let me respond to this. That's the wrong button. And all right, so when I was typing, 2 more wins, 3 more wins. Okay. So there we go. Looks like we're on a bit of a hot streak here. We've jumped to first in the division after our stretch. And then we do lose to the Islanders. They get their revenge game, and we jump down to third after that. So it really looks like every point matters in this division this year, which is a little stressful, but I kind of like that. I like to think that the team thrives under pressure. Win against the Kings is huge, and we get a win against Dallas, but we do lose to the Devils, which would have put us in first. Instead, there's a 3-way tie for first in the division. Overtime win, though, so we finally get a win in overtime. We also haven't lost a game in the shootout since November, which is good. Penguins firing Mark Giordano as their coach, and so that's huge. The Penguins firing their coach. I think they're towards the bottom of the division. Yep, they're last in the division right now, actually. No worries, I tweeted it out kind of late. And overtime loss, so we do lose in overtime, but it is a point, and every point does matter. This actually may be interesting, because the defense seems to be struggling a little bit. Werenski, 88 overall. He's 33. How many years left? 4. Ugh. So he'd be at least 37, maybe 38 by the time that his contract is over. Still top 4D potential, but that means he's probably going to be down to like an 85 in 2 years. And I'd be giving up a pretty solid prospect, actually, in exchange. I'd like to see that overall a little higher, but and a first round pick, and I'd be getting Antoine Moran, who's like a 1 point upgrade over one of the guys I have in the fourth line. Um, what's his fit? He fits. He only fits on defensive pairing 3, which doesn't make any sense. And all the penalty killing lines. I'm gonna say no to this trade. Actually, he doesn't fit the system very well. And can we win? We win against Florida, which is good. So we're back in the win column after, 2 game skid. Nothing serious. And, oh, Toronto once again is good, but we beat them in the All Star break. We are 27. I believe that was a 15-6. New draft rankings shouldn't be anything too serious, but we do know the top 5 now, which is really good. Gems and busts. We still know one gem, and he's low elite, actually, and our scouts rank him very high. I'd be down for this. I'd really be down to pick this player. Again, skills aren't too great, but that's a really good pick if you get a low elite player at any point after the first round. So yeah, 27, 15-6. We do lead the division with 60 points. Caden Gould. People view him as a first round pick in this year's draft. Yeah, he's not better than what I have. Thought there was like a chance, but no, he's not good. Okay. Another player is out. Ooh, with an MCL sprain, so he's out for almost 2 months for Charlotte, though. And 64 points after those 2 wins, so big couple of wins there, and a win against Florida again. So 30, 15-6 heading into the month of February. So we are well into the second half of the season, 51 games. Andrei Svechnikov leading the way with 59 points. Some solid starts to his season. And Aho with 57. Bach also had a point per game with 48. And then there's a massive drop. From Suzuki to McCann, it's 24. And then, yeah, nothing coming from the bottom 6. Or the defense. I kind of was hoping that Meg would be able to adapt a little better. Fortunately not, which is okay. But yeah, nothing coming from the bottom 6, which is a little concerning. Rookie skaters, yeah, nothing coming from those guys either. Oh man. So that's not great. I do want to check the goaltending because I know people care about that. Heiskanen in here are high elite potential goalie. Has a 920 save percentage, 2 shutouts, and then Leonov definitely carrying most of the work here with 910 save percentage and 22 wins. And 40 starts is a career high. He's played 4 seasons. Each season he's gotten more starts. So solid stuff. Save percentage is still a little underwhelming, but it's okay. It's all right. And Heiskanen here. I've missed. I know, man. I've been so busy, and then I know last night I just didn't feel like streaming. I was kind of tired and went to bed pretty early. And then a couple of the nights before, I was raiding, and so it was one of the only times like 6 people could get on. So here are the lines if you've missed it. You've missed 4 cup wins. We've won 4 straight. I don't think we'll win our 5th straight, but that's all right. The Carolina Hurricanes, as a franchise, are 5-time champs. And Connor, you missed the lines. McCann is a new addition. Taylor's a new addition. The 4th line doesn't really matter, but so is Laxonen. And then I added Meg, who is a created player. And then Prisky. McCann and Prisky were acquired in a trade for Kurt. I traded Kurt. And then Heiskanen, I guess, is our starter for some reason. I didn't want to hit that. But Leonov should be the starter. Oh, I guess the coach wants this guy to be the starter, which I'm cool with. Oh, I know. I just, figured I should explain a little bit. I did we did finish the raid on the last night. It took us about 7 hours in total because three of us had never done it before. But, it was fun. I got some decent rewards and, I can rest happy. But yeah, that's the team. We're doing well, and that's it. That's pretty much all right now. So 51 games in, and I think we're pretty much set for the season. We should be a playoff team. Yeah, they just have it. They've had it like that for a while, actually. And he always seems to do well, so I'm not going to complain. It is a little strange, though, for sure. I don't want to give up a first-round pick for a guy whose potential is top 9 forward. The trades in this game are a little whack, but it's all right. Big 5-2 win against San Jose, and can we beat Connor in Calgary? We cannot. 6-3 loss. Still in first, but I believe we are tied for first in the division. Need this win against Anaheim, and we get it. 2-0 shutout win, so there we go. First in the division again, holding a 2-point lead over New Jersey. Edmonton here, we're finishing up the season series against the Oilers. Big trade. Wow, Toronto getting a player named Harrison. And Vancouver getting a first, 2 prospects, and a third. Man, that's a big trade. 8 pieces moving between the teams in total. And we're finally going to start seeing some trades to shootout win. So we finally get a shootout win. I'm interested. I'm not going to say yes. Yeah, Riley's potential moved down to top 60, and now he's down to an 81. So I actually feel really good about saying no to a contract extension. He only wanted a year, but he wouldn't have been better than anything we brought in. So I'm actually really happy about that. I'm happy that I finally made a good decision for this team. Here we go against Columbus now. 6-3 win against Columbus and a 3-2 win. So 4-game winning streak here. With that win against the Blackhawks. We have a home-and-home against the Senators coming up. Again, I'm going to say no to any trade involving Morgan Rielly. Really happy that I actually said no to that trade. Rielly was a big help in winning those cups for our team, but he wouldn't have even made the lineup. Massive trade here. Boston gets a Altschuler and Kasparaitis. Los Angeles gets 2 prospects, a first-round pick, and a third-round pick. Wow. Big trade. You don't remember Daniel Altschuler? Crazy. A second-round pick, Sickhart, a third. Chase Bass, the goaltender, moving from the Islanders to the Rangers. He is a created player. I know, right? My GM, I think I have to text Don or something and tell him hey man, I need to take over your spot as GM. I'm great in franchise mode. But yeah, creative player Chase Bass, or Cameron. It's not Chase, it's Cameron. Cameron Bass. I'm so sorry, I always call you Chase, but Cameron moving to the Rangers. Big deal. And that's actually crazy because the Rangers suck. They fired their coach. So hopefully that's a better opportunity for Cameron. Marco Rossi and former Hurricane Brady Shea heading to Florida. So Washington selling again. They get a first-round pick in the following year's draft and a second-round pick in this year's draft. So good stuff. Benson and Nokalainen in exchange for 2 prospects. So Edmonton loading up a little bit. I'd consider making a change to my bottom 6, and I actually might. This is something I would consider, because his potential's still in the low category. Oh, no, I wouldn't. I'm not giving up any assets for that. Alright, so I'm actually going to pause the simulation here after our game against Buffalo. So 78 points. We are first in the division. I'd obviously like to still contend for a cup. I also saw that Aho leads the team in points. Nice. Before I do anything, I need to look at what other teams are offering. Natchez, he was doing well with Vegas. I can check in a minute. So this would be an option, trading for Noah Gregor. He does have 2 years left on his contract. He hasn't played at all for Anaheim, which is decent. He doesn't really add a whole lot to the fourth line, though, so probably we'll say no to that. But it is an option for the future. Nothing there, nothing there. I'm really looking for players that can fit on my bottom six. No. No. Nobody there? Okay. Sorry if this is a little boring, but it does need to happen. I do need to improve the team. This is the first, I think one of the first deadline deals that I've made. Wow. They have Ratzi up on the board. That's crazy. And Vasily Ponomarev. I might consider trading for Suzuki. He'd already be pretty high on the team in points. Capable of 50 points, typically. Have the Suzuki brothers playing. He'd fit only on forward line 1 and the power play lines, but he would be better than Jared McCann. Alright, so we're going to trade for him. And because that would be a huge upgrade. So I obviously wouldn't need a center that I have on my team. I have this guy just chilling in the AHL. Crap. I might just call him up. So I'm going to definitely trade McCann here, because that's a big cost reduction in terms of value. Skaters matching block. Let's adjust by overall, or value. Was this a player that I drafted this past year? He was. This was my first round pick, and he's already 70 overall. Not bad. This was also a first round pick. I'm going to trade him. That might be more than enough. So let me try and get an extra pick in return. Boom. Okay. So we do make a few trades, or a couple trades. Trade a couple players there, I mean. So that means I need to go to roster moves then. And I want to call up this McCarron player. And I am going to have to send down Raycroft. So that should help my team out a lot. And I think that's the only deadline trade I'm going to make. I traded away a prospect. I traded away McCann, who I don't care about too much, for Nick Suzuki. And McCarron, I'm going to put you on the fourth line for now. I know it's not ideal, but I want Suzuki to play there. So that really makes my team a lot better. It's a 3-point overall upgrade at 3C, and then a 3-point overall upgrade on the fourth line as well. So that's a big deal. Doesn't change my scratches, which is good. And we have Suzuki playing on the power play, which makes that second unit a lot better, because that second unit isn't very good. I like it. Okay, cool. Cool. And you want to see how Natchez is doing, so we'll check that out real quick. Because, yeah, you've missed a couple streams, so I'll show how well he's done with Vegas. Nice. Solid season from my team here. Let's see with Vegas. And Natchez, 52 points in 60 games, only 10 goals. Wow. But since the trade to Vegas, wow, it's been 6 sim seasons. That's insane. It's been that long. He's hit 60 points 3 times, hit 50 points 2 other times. Solid. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. But I can't believe it's been 6 seasons since we traded him. That's insanity. And he's well on his way to a 4th 60-point season. So, well, cool. Hopefully that Suzuki trade will help. And we play Montreal the day of the trade deadline, so it's actually cool that they got a little worse. Um, I think it's safe to sim until the game against New York because I think I made the team better here. I definitely don't think I made it worse. So loss against Buffalo, which is a little frustrating. Hopefully, oh no, wait, that had already happened. Just kidding. Nope, don't want to trade for Lemieux. Sorry. Can we win against Toronto? Please win against Toronto. We do. Detroit gets Koivisto. That's a minor trade. I don't think that's really worth mentioning. But so big. Okay, two big wins since then. 6-1 and then 4-2. So the trade's already working out a little well for us. I mean, I think the fans would get really tired if we won our fifth cup in a row. So I got to keep it at least a little interesting. Um, no, I just called McCarron up. Hopefully that helps energize the fourth line a bit too, because it seems the fourth line was lacking. Optimistic Caniac traded to Florida. Florida's like hoarding those created players. They have Trey Cash and a couple other guys down there as well. Pittsburgh gets a first and a second round pick for that. Wow. So Dylan traded from Pittsburgh to Florida. Big win against Montreal at the deadline, and then we lose both Metro games to the Rangers and Flyers. Beat the Penguins though, 8-6. Charlotte gets a player back, and then we beat the Devils, and the Devils are right on our tails, which is good. Overtime loss, which is a little tough, and then an 8-4 win against the Bruins. So defense is still a little bit of an issue. Shootout loss again, and then a win against Detroit. Nothing too crazy here. We're gonna go see any more gems. Nope, still this one guy. And now we do know that his senses are a B minus. I can't see us making any other changes. I like that pick. Another big win against Columbus and Toronto again, man. And Nashville. Okay, so we're kind of racking up the wins here. Pretty long winning streak. And a win against the Devils, so it's 6 games now. Svetch is out with a separated shoulder until April 24th. So that's the end of the first round, which we are obviously a playoff team. We've clinched the conference. And Ryan Suzuki is out with a concussion until May 3rd. So Ryan Suzuki won't be back until the conference final. Svetch won't be back until the second round. So, yikes. But we will sim. We've clinched the division pretty handily. We'll sim the game against the Islanders. Vost getting a goal against Caden Primo. Meg getting a goal as well. And then we lose that game. Obviously, we're missing 2 forwards in our top 6. Panda, this may not be the year. And Christian Paulson is out with an MCL sprain until May 7th. The injury bug has just destroyed our playoff Stanley Cup chances. Sorry. We did clinch the division. The Coyotes will win the President's Trophy, but we won the conference, which is still pretty cool. And we start against the Islanders. Svetch won't be playing this series. Here are your stats. Svetch still was a point per game player, even though he missed 5 games. Aho with 99 points kind of carried the way. Ryan Suzuki. Nick Suzuki had a pretty productive career with us, I'd say. A pretty productive post-trade deadline. Wow, 20 points in 22 games this series, or after that trade, which is very good for us. Almost a point per game. So definitely worth it. Isaac Taylor having a productive season as well. Meg with 33 points is a little disappointing, but that's all right. Prisky 22, not terrible. McCarron only had 5 points in 22 games. I may have rushed him a little bit towards the NHL, but I think we're going to come out ahead with that. So rookie skaters here, 18 points leads the way. Sergei Tarasov. Again, he's not very good. Who did we trade to Arizona? Carl. Oh, shoot. I was about to show people their player stats if they watch this. So we traded Carl to the Coyotes. Tom, 43 points. Not too bad. It's really hard to keep up with who all plays for which team. Dan McLaughlin, not a good season, but Anaheim has been terrible since he's been there. Carl, 77 points. That's easily a career high. And looks like he's finally in his element playing on the Coyotes. Definitely 77 points is a career high. And keep in mind, everybody is 29 now, so it's probably going to be about 6 seasons, 6 more seasons before we start seeing players retire. And once every created player retires is when I'm going to be done with this franchise mode. Finding Nino, great season, 68 points. But yeah, as soon as, and Jason with 29. As soon as everybody's seasons are over, or careers are over, I will be done. Big Sam, 80 points. I don't see Connor. Oh, there he is. 26 points. Ooh, tough year in terms of injuries. 39 games, 26 points, so a solid point total, but tough year in terms of injuries there for Connor. Yeah, it'll probably be about another week though before I start another one. But I will start another one fairly soon. I'll definitely add you, Panda, and I might add like a handful of other players. It's only going to be like about 5 at a time because it's so it ends up being a lot of players. I'm also going to have maybe 1 or 2 more franchise players. So Owen will no longer be a franchise player, and he won't ever be a franchise player again. And we're going to have a handful of other franchise players as well. Nobody on Chicago. Doesn't look like that. Intern Maddie, 85 points. Not too bad. Again, I can't remember. At this point, I can't remember who is a creative player and who isn't. So sorry. Creative player. Nobody there. Dallas doesn't have anybody, I don't think. Wade, 63 points. Nobody on Edmonton. Owen with 100 points. Karen Lang with 82. Trey Cash, 64. Optimistic Caniac, where are you? Did he just straight up not play for them? Oh man, I feel really bad. Yeah, that's terrible. Okay. LA, I don't see anybody. Jonathan, 68 points for the Wild. Not too bad. Montreal doesn't have anybody. Rock with 94 points. Nice. The Devils don't have anybody anymore. Tommy Watson, 76 points. Nice. Let's see. Trey. Or not Trey. Cameron Bass. After the trade to New York, you played in 14 games, 5-7-2. Not the greatest record. Tough. All right. And then Ottawa, Evan Stancil, 67 points. JT, 57. No. Sports Fan, 57. Jacob, 96 points. Nice. Nobody for Pittsburgh because they traded away Optimistic Caniac. Sarai, 93 points. Nice. Tampa, it's me, 69. Nice. I believe Toronto has a goalie. Chris Miracle, 40 wins. Nice. Vancouver, nothing. Vegas. Nate just hit 70 points, so he had 71 points. Nice. I don't see anybody there. Winnipeg, nobody, and that's it. No, it's all randomly generated. I just kind of put it in like a random number generator. So like if you get a 5, you're a defenseman. You're a right-handed defenseman. If you get a 4, you're a left-handed defenseman. 1 is center, 2 or 1 is 1 is center, 2 is left wing, 3 is right wing, 6 is goalie. And then it kind of goes the same way with potential. But no player's potential can be lower than medium top 6. And everybody starts at 81 overall, so everybody's like NHL ready as soon as they start. Because what I don't want to happen is like, a player starts and then like is quickly just replaced. I want everybody to be able to develop into a decent player. So you're either going to be like a medium starter, medium top four defenseman, medium top six forward, and nobody can be an enforcer or a um, nobody can be an enforcer, and then I think that's it for the bad. Oh, grinder. Nobody can be a grinder as well, because those um, player types just never end up being all that productive, and I want people to be productive. So that's kind of how it works. So we'll simulate game one of the first round of the playoffs against the Islanders. Remember, we're missing three players, Svechnikov and Suzuki, Ryan Suzuki being the biggest. First period, though, Taylor and Bean scoring for the Hurricanes. 11 shots, 2 goals. Not too bad. Second period, nothing happening there. And then the third period, defense coming in clutch. The Islanders do get 1 goal on 29 shots, but Leonov makes 28 saves. And big game one win against the Islanders. Oh, yeah, there's no way Svech is back. Todd Tennell with a solid game one with assists on both Canes goals. All right, game two now. This is again in Raleigh. And 1-0 Kane, a different type of Kane. All right, I think I gave people the option to pick like very loosely. So if I remember, I will make you a right winger. If not, I'm so sorry. Second period now. Ooh, 3 goals for the Canes. Rabbit with 2, and then trade acquisition Nick Suzuki getting his first goal of the playoffs in the third period. Rabbit gets the hat trick. Will Looper also gets a goal there, and Canes win 5-1. So Rabbit having a great series now. Tennell, oddly enough, didn't have a multi-point game, even though his line mate had 3 goals. Actually, it might be possible that Rabbit's on the first line in Svech's absence. I didn't think about that. Game 3 here. Canes get a goal again. Will Looper coming in the clutch once again. Second period, tie game. Will with another goal, but Kane again for the Islanders, and Silfverberg scoring as well, almost from the same spot. Third period, Canes tie game. Sarin Hemo gets a goal. That's the first time I've seen his name pop up. I think he was a scratch, and now that we have injuries, and then Taylor getting another goal. So we're going to overtime. 95 offense, more than likely a 99 when we get all our players back. 94 defense is solid, and 92 goaltending. The Islanders have 74 goaltending, so I wouldn't be surprised if they had some injuries as well. But I made sure to hit CPU versus CPU game, and we're going to play. Or we're going to watch, not play. And how about the Canes signing both of the Cotton brothers? That's good stuff. Sebastian Aho loses the face-off. Kane, oh, so he's a defenseman here. One of the Hughes brothers, more than likely Quinn. On the back end, nice save from, I believe that's Yuri Leonov in net. Another save. Oh, what a stop! Making the pad save with the toe there, and Dominic Bach carrying it into the zone, and he is on a line with Rabbit. Rabbit, oh! Almost squeaks into the net there. Dominic Bach is going to clear it, and he's going to turn it over to Hansall there. Wong here, I believe that's Nick Wong, maybe Colton, I'm not sure. Hansall with the puck on his stick. He's going to carry it into the zone. Kane has it. Hansall again. Nice. Oh! Okay, I believe 22 is Meg on defense. Yes, that is Meg. Hansall, nice save from Leonov again. He is having a phenomenal overtime here. Dominic Bach can't clear the zone. Quinn Hughes with the puck. Great block there from Conacher. Palmer has it, and then Conacher with it again. Sebastian Aho. I'm excited too, and from what I've heard, Jason's a pretty decent player too. I haven't heard anything about him other than that, people liked him, and there was, he made Sacred Heart kind of relevant this year, which is exciting. Oh, nice save again from Leonov there. Will Looper with the puck. He's playing up on the second line now. Nick Suzuki shoots. Easy save from Caden Primo there. And yeah, I mean, I've always been a fan of David Cotton. There was never really any doubt in my mind that he would sign. Because from day one, it seemed like his intentions were he just wanted to win a championship and lead Boston College to, you know, success again as the captain. So I get that. Oh, here we go. Oh, good save. And then even when I interviewed him, he just seemed like genuinely happy to be here. He just seems like a nice dude overall. And this was at Prospects Camp this past year, so if I get the chance to go again, I'd definitely love to talk to him some more. So Will Tenel and then Nick Suzuki playing up on the second line in his brother's absence. Jake Bean with the puck, too fast. Nick Suzuki, and then to Tenel here, and then Looper to Nick Suzuki again. Tenel scores! Canes win Game 3 in overtime. Todd Tenel with the goal. And then 50 shots, wow. So Primo had a solid game despite giving up a lot of shots, and despite the Islanders giving up a lot of shots. That was a great play. And Will's leading the team in points now with 5 points in 3 games. I'm honestly waiting to see when the Canes sign their other players, but I don't think that's on the top of their priority list right now, you know, with everything that's been going on. So it'll be very interesting to see like how the timelines work this offseason. Especially, you know, everything is suspended and, you know, it's just crazy. And nothing after the first period, which is a bit of a change. It's been a high scoring series, other than game 1, I guess, which was 2-1. So the past 2 games have been high scoring. Will Looper scoring a goal, and this Kane player, man, he's just tearing it up this series. Third period, nothing doing. Canes can sweep the Islanders with an OT win. Let's see if they can do it in overtime. Because, I mean, the other players that still have to sign, Matt Philippe is probably the biggest out of college. Then there's Luke Stevens. Max Zimmer technically signed an amateur tryout with Charlotte. Luke Henman from the QMJHL. I'd imagine that he gets a contract. He had a good season. But again, I don't know. Yeah! Ooh, Bach with the puck. Shoots, nice save. And I was hoping that we would get to play a little bit more, but I mean, with how everything is going in terms of like the disease and the country, it's just, it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately. I mean, they delayed all of the stuff that happens in June, and I mean, I don't give a crap about the NHL awards, but, you know, I'm kind of disappointed that the draft is not happening anytime soon. Oh man, he got wrecked along the boards there. And here we go, Hansall with the puck now. And he's going to dish it back to Quinn Hughes. Wong with the puck now, he's going to get bumped off of it. And Rabbit's going to take the puck up the ice, and Bach is going to enter in the zone. Bach, nice move. Meg Palmer with the puck. Blocked shot. Barzal coming back, making a nice play. And I didn't see who that was. Nice defensive play there. Looper with Suzuki with the puck. Good save by Caden Primo. Will Looper with the puck once again to Todd Tenno, the overtime hero in last game. Will Looper, Todd Tenno, block shot. Tenno with it again, misses the net. Nick Suzuki, Will Looper, Conacher now with the puck. Meg shoots, deflected, and Primo makes a save on a nice deflection there from Suzuki. And if you're just joining us, we are playing Game 4 of the playoffs in overtime. I'm commentating at least. Some big additions to the team. We did trade for Nick Suzuki at the deadline, and we got rid of a prospect and a fourth line forward. So, good deal. Nice takeaway by Will. Easy save by Primo there. And Suzuki's going to pick up the puck. Tenno has it now. Easy save from Primo. He was on his off. And I don't think he had that settled all the way when he shot it. That was a pretty easy stop. Yeah, there was a good save. And yeah, a couple nice plays from this second line here. They've had a great series. This is the third line. Taylor, McCarron, and Tarasov. Haven't seen too much from McCarron since he joined the team at the deadline, but you know what? That's okay. He's getting third line minutes now, which is pretty cool. Sickhart with the puck. Nice block there. Another block. Tommy Watson with the puck. Rosso. I can't pronounce that. Rosso? I don't know. But created player Tommy Watson is on the ice. Meg Palmer, I thought that was a hook. That could have been interesting. Great block by Conacher, and he's going to carry the puck out of the zone. He's going to carry it into the offensive zone. Look at that. Taylor with the puck, blocked shot, and he's going to not go for the puck. All right, Suglobov with the puck now, up to Kincaid. And nice hit along the boards by number 67. That is fast there on defense. Tarasov turns it over. Great save, Leonov. Conacher with the puck. He's going to give it to Rabbit. First line back out for the Canes. Aho to Rabbit. Ooh, nice backhander and good blocker save. And there's a penalty coming up here. Rabbit was hooked on the play. Rabbit's got the puck still. He's going to try a stuff on the post. Nothing doing. Tarasov with the puck save. Rabbit and Primo covers up. Good sequence there from the Hurricanes. And looks like we're going to the power play. I can't see the player's name, but he has like jet black gloves. That's really interesting. Look, they're so dark. First power play unit on the ice. Aho, Will Looper, Todd Tenno here, and it looks like Dominic Bach and Rabbit as well. Bach with the puck. Oh, he misses the net. Tenno with the puck now. Dishing it to Will Looper. Tenno back with it. Pass to Bach. Save. Aho. Ooh, another save by Primo. He's having a good overtime. Aho with the puck to Dominic Bach. Bach has it. Shoots and save. And that's going to be a clear from Quinn Hughes. Again, Canes could sweep this series if they win in overtime. Rabbit to Tenno up here on the ice. And, ooh, turn the puck over, but Will Looper gets it back on an attempted clear. What a move! Oh! Cutler with the puck. He's going to clear it out of there. That would have been, if that was a goal, that would have been the greatest goal. That would have been even better than the last goal in overtime. Will Looper with the puck. He's going to dish it to Bach. Ooh, misses the net. Rabbit, may have been a save, but either way it goes out of the zone. I think we change up power play units here. Actually, they might not. Looks like Aho's still on the ice. Well, that sequence was a heck of a sequence there. No, we do switch it up. So it's Laxonen, Suzuki, and McCarron who's getting power play time on the ice with, I believe, Jake Bean and number 91, who I can't remember who that is. Oh, that might be Meg, but I don't remember. All right, so 85 with the puck. Laskinen now. Ooh. Tough save. He blocks the clear and then can't do anything. So definitely the second power play unit is not very good. And not nearly as good as the first power play unit. Nick Suzuki with the puck. Laxonen has the puck now. And he's going to take it to the corner. To Nick Suzuki. Saved by Primo again. Laxonen. Back to Taylor, who's 91. Excuse me. And then McCarron. Jake Bean with the puck now. Shoots. Scores. Jake Bean sends the Canes to the second round. My quarantine has been fine. I have not done anything other than, schoolwork, video games. I've been watching a Let's Play of a game that I used to play when I was in high school. And then, my freshman year of college, Star Wars The Old Republic. It was like an MMO. A lot of people played Knights of the Old Republic, and not many people were down with the MMO. But I enjoyed it, and I can't afford playing the game now because it's like $20-$30 for a subscription just for 2 months. I think for the year it's less expensive, but it's just something I can't afford right now. So I've been kind of living vicariously through that. I've been enjoying it. Svech is back for the second round. That's actually a lot earlier than I thought he would be back. No, actually, it's the 21st. We're playing on the 22nd. He was expected back by the 24th, so that's okay. So that's a huge addition to the team. Svech is back. Ooh, sorry to hear that. What have you been working on, though? Oh, this is a game against the Devils. This will be a good series. So Canes versus Devils with Svechnikov back in the lineup. So if we swept the Islanders um, with an injured Svech and an injured Suzuki and another injured player, Niku scoring his first goal of the playoffs, and then Dominic Bach adding a goal. That might be his first, but I'm not sure. Second period, nothing doing. And then third period, Canes win. Will and Taylor with another goal. Bro, I love Alpaca. Is it the one in Cary or Durham? And Jaspers is back for Charlotte, although... Oh, no, they do make it, so Charlotte gets another edition. And looks like they're in the second round playing against Hartford now. Charlotte had a great season, wow. Magnus Soderstrom. Oh, you do catering, I gotcha. So Charlotte moves on to the second round, and they get a big addition to their team, it looks like. First period, tie game, Will Looper with another goal, and Andreas Janssen scoring a goal for the Devils. And second period, Canes get 2 goals, Rabbit scoring a goal, and there's McCarron scoring his first goal of the playoffs. He was our call-up. Very promising prospect. I believe he's like 22 or something with medium elite potential. So I'm happy about that. Third period, Canes get another goal. Jake Bean scoring on Niha. And there we go. So it's 2-0 in the series. Will still leads the team in points with 8 points. He has 6 goals in 6 games. Well, so am I, now that the arena's closed. Alright, we're going to sim through Game 3 here, kind of mowing through the Devils at this point in the series. But it is still early, Game 3. Sebastian Aho scoring a goal. That's, I believe, his first of the series, of the playoffs, but I could be wrong again. McAvoy scoring as well for the Devils. Second period, tie game, Meg Palmer scoring, and Janssen scoring again for the Devils. And third period now, nothing. Wow. And so we're going to overtime. So this is... Yeah, so with Svech back, it's a 98 offense, and Suzuki will easily make that a 93, or a 99. So, solid stuff. And here we go. Game 3 overtime. Canes are leading 2-0 in the series. It's, I believe, a 2-2 game. And... yeah, not much is happening in the hockey world right now, which kind of sucks. Although it is kind of cool seeing the WHL having their first exceptional status player. McAvoy winning the face-off, or getting the face-off. Kevin Fiala with the puck now. Interesting to see that he's still playing. Ooh, good save by Leonov there. And Canes are going to take a penalty here. It looks like that's going to be Conacher heading to the box, so a big penalty killer. Austin Matthews, Fiala, easy save from Leonov. Matthews with the puck once again. And good save, and then, yeah, Conacher's going to head to the box. And, yeah, I kind of wish they'd just cancel the NHL awards in total. Like, I know that they, just postponed it, but I can't think of a single person that likes the NHL awards. I hate them. It's so cheesy. And so this is so the player that just got given exceptional status into the WHL is playing in like a league that has up to 19-year-old players. He's 14. Only 5'8", but he has plenty of room to grow, obviously, because, he's 14. 84 points in 36 games. He has both a goal and an assist per game. Crazy stuff. Like the NHL awards, it's super cheesy, man. It's so cheesy. It's just a bunch of D-list celebrities. Like I think the coolest celebrity that they've had hosting it was the guy from Goon, and he was just terrible. And now that social media is a thing, like I won't have to watch it for the cover announcement, so I don't really care. It's all just so cheesy. They do like a couple like references. I'm 95% sure that they've referenced the SNL skit every year, which by the way is a stupid skit and not funny from a marketing standpoint. You're like, oh yes, people don't like hockey, and hockey isn't accessible to other people, so let's definitely talk about the worst aspects of hockey and how nobody likes hockey and knows about it, and let's make that our chief marketing campaign for the NHL. Like, it's an incredible self-own. I'm a marketing major, so that's why I'm so passionate about this. Looks like the Canes have had a solid kill so far. Trey Cash, 25 hits in the playoffs. Not sure if his team is still playing, but he is on the Panthers. And Leonov gets it. He's going to clear it out of the zone, and that is a penalty killed by your Carolina Hurricanes. Matt Dumba with the puck now. Interesting to see that he's still there. I can't remember if I've mentioned this, but former Cane Jeff Skinner did retire last year. Quentin Byfield. Yeah. This Devils team is kind of stacked. Chase Prisky carrying the puck out of the zone. Sebastian Aho is going to break the puck into the zone. Nice toe drag, but for no reason, Niha makes an easy save. Sebastian Aho is going to take the face-off. He's going to win it back to Fast. To Svechnikov, block shot. That would have been a good chance, though. Will Butcher with a very nice block shot there. Dominic Bach is going to chase the puck. Austin Matthews is going to get to the puck first, and he's going to enter the zone by himself. What a selfish player. Leonov with the save. Frost is going to clean up that rebound. Ooh, Alex Nylander with a nice intercept. And Jake Bean has none of his shenanigans there on that deke. But Austin Matthews gets the puck right back. Oh my goodness. Nylander with the puck to Fiala. Great save, Leonov, and he's going to cover it up. Face off in the Cane zone. Yeah, good save there, and then Foss cleans it up in transition. Otherwise, that would have been a decent chance for Matthews. Mikey McLeod, Taro Hirose, and then Andreas Janssen. It's funny that Hirose developed so well in this game because he's pretty terrible in real life, or he's not a good hockey player. He was like a really promising free agent signing out of college, and he's done nothing with Detroit at the NHL level. And I mean, if you can't be an impact player on this year's Detroit Red Wings, I don't think there's any help for you. But that's kind of why I think most college free agents are overblown. Like, Jason Cotton, it's cool. I hope that he works out, but he might only be an AHL player, and that's okay. Meg Palmer with the puck, passing it up to Tarasov now, so the fourth line is out. Possibly this might be the fourth line. McCarron, so it's more than likely the third line, maybe the fourth line, I don't know. Conacher with it, he's going to take a blast from the point, but it's blocked. Tarasov with the puck, and he's going to block shot in traffic, and it almost goes on net, but not quite. Janssen with the puck now. This is overtime in Game 3, if you don't remember. Ooh, nice block off the puck by Conacher, and he's got the puck. He is going to break it out to McCarron, to Taylor. Taylor is going to go off on a line change and dump the puck in. Dante Fabro gets crushed by McCarron. What a hit. Ekholm with the puck now, and Janssen. Byfield takes a slap shot, easy save, Leonov. Oh gosh, he turns it over to Ekholm. Great save, Leonov. Oh my goodness. Man. I don't know why he made the decision to pass there. Especially forward when there was an attacking forward right in front of him. And another one close by. I expect Cotton to make an NHL impact. I think his skill set translates kind of the Rod system. He's a goal scorer with a bit of a power forward flair. Like, he's got the size and skill necessary, so I think it could work out. But yeah, both of them have leader potential. What a save, Leonov. I definitely think Cotton has the higher yeah, of course. David Cotton has the higher ceiling of the two brothers, but, you know, I could be surprised. And I don't believe Teravainen has retired yet, although we can't be too far away. We're getting towards that point where players from that year's draft are starting to retire. Will Looper with the puck. Up to Timothy Rabbit. Rabbit has it, too fast. Tenel has the puck now. And Rabbit scores. Game over. Canes win. I couldn't see the number right away. That's why there was the pause. Good win from the Canes. They take Game 3 and again are on the verge of sweeping a team. So the Canes have yet to lose a game. It's been 7 games in the playoffs. They've yet to lose. Now that I say that, they're going to get reverse swept, and the Devils are going to come back and win the next 4 games. But, you know, I've already said it. Looks like Winnipeg is also on the verge of sweeping the Oilers, and Buffalo is on the verge of sweeping the Maple Leafs, which would be, I'm pretty sure, a huge upset, but I'm not sure. First period, Game 4, Will Looper and Siren Hemo scoring for the Canes from that same circle, so good stuff. Alright, second period now. Tie game again, Will with another goal, Radish with his second of the game, and we're going to go third period. Tie game. Fiala and McAvoy score to take a 2-goal lead for New Jersey, but Laxinen and Taylor scoring, so the bottom 6 finally coming through. And once again, we're going to Game 4 overtime. So games 3 and 4 in both series have gone to overtime, and the Canes have won 3 overtime games, all 3 overtime games so far this period, or this sim. So interesting stuff. All right, and there we go. Aho with Matthews on the faceoff. Matthews wins it back to McAvoy. And, ooh, blocked pass, and Svetch, is he going to get it? No, Favreau's going to take the puck to Nylander, so Alex Nylander with the puck now. Ooh, nice defensive play by Meg there, but she can't get the puck, so Nylander gets it back. Aho with a nice intercept, and Svetch has the puck now. So Svetch is going to carry it into the zone, and, oh, he's going to deke out the defenseman, give it to Aho in front. Aho can't quite make it happen. Svetch with the puck now. Poke check. Can't quite get it done. Box scores! Canes are moving on to the second round. Great work by Svechnikov to force that turnover, and Canes win. Ugly game, lots of scoring, but Canes win nonetheless. There we go. And if you guys haven't already, I don't know. I don't know what the jerseys will look like. I kind of want them to go with the warning flag, and Christian Paulson is back for the Hurricanes. I'm not sure who that is, but he's back nonetheless, so that's exciting. But yeah, and Ryan Suzuki's back, so the Canes have a full team now. I kind of hope they go for the warning flag, but I'm sure it'll be something entirely different. Oh, it's Canes versus Leafs. So that's interesting. Buffalo was winning 3-0 in their series, so they got reverse swept by Toronto. Crazy. And the Canes were actually had less wins than Toronto in terms of regulation wins, but they had one more point because of their overtime losses. So if you guys haven't already, be sure to vote Jason Cotton for the Hobey Baker. I'm sure he won't move on to the top 3, but it'd be really cool to see a Canes prospect move on. And sorry about that. So Svechnikov getting a goal. And Laxinen scoring. I believe that might be Svech's first of the playoffs. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he obviously came back, and only played in 4 games, so it's exciting to see him back. Um, Second period here. Another goal. Svechnikov making an impact in this series already on Chris Miracle. Poor Chris, man. And Will Looper scoring a goal. And so he's having a heck of a playoffs as well. And then third period, my God. Frisky, Laxinen, Tarasov, Meg, and then Will scoring. Poor Chris. Giving up 7 goals before before the Leafs mercifully pulled in. Goodness gracious. So Svech with 3 points, Laxinen with 3 points, and then Leonov making 33 saves on 34 shots. So a less than stellar game from the Maple Leafs in game 1. And Charlotte moving on to the conference final against Syracuse. And Syracuse will be a tough team. The Checkers were only 1 point behind them in the standings, but that's a tough team. Braden Barker now leading the team in points. I don't know who that is, but it might actually be worth it to see who these guys are in Charlotte that are doing so well. Game 2 now. Timothy Rabbit and McCarron scoring another goal. Happy to see him on the score sheet. There we go. Second period, Ryan Suzuki scoring his first goal of the playoffs, and this is his second game in the playoffs, so good to see him making an immediate impact. Meg with another goal as well this series. Third period, another 2-goal period, so this is definitely not Toronto's series in terms of defense, but Will and Rabbit getting goals. And Suzuki and Will with 3 points each in this game. So Will's having a crazy good series, as is Suzuki. All right. Game 3. Canes are just tearing their way through these playoffs here. And we're definitely the heels of the NHL. We won't let anybody else win, so I definitely think that the fans are getting tired of us, or, like NHL fans are getting tired of us. We're like the Blackhawks, but like consistently successful. 3 cups in 6 years. The Canes have 4 in 4. Get on our level. Second period now. 4 goals from the Canes. Bach, Svechnikov, Niku, and Rabbit scoring on Chris. Poor Chris, man. He's having a horrible series. Meg scoring another goal. That's her 3rd goal in 3 games. And that's it. That is the game. Meg with 2 points, Sami Niku with a goal, and then Leonov actually becoming the first star of that game, which is interesting. Canes once again on the verge of sweeping a team, shockingly. And Will, without getting a point in that game, still holds on to that scoring title, which is good for him. Again, I don't care too much about the draft other than, this one gem that we have, but now we have 2, and he's another defenseman projected to go middle of the 3rd round. We don't have a pick in the middle of the 3rd round, so I probably won't be able to pick him. But I definitely want this guy, and if I can trade up, I might have to, because our scouts rank him really high. No, there hasn't been. And I'm kind of happy about that. It just means that the league is more competitive now. And again, this is just a sim, so it really doesn't matter. But I'm glad that there haven't been many dynasties, because even Pittsburgh, after their 2nd cup win, they weren't nearly as good the following year, and even this year I don't think they're as good. First period, game 4, Canes on the verge of sweeping again. Svech scoring a goal in the first period. Canes get 2 more goals, Will again with a goal, and then Todd Tennell scoring as well. And Conacher gets, I believe, his first goal of the playoffs. DeBrusk makes it not a shutout. Canes win and sweep the Maple Leafs. So they have made it to the Stanley Cup final without losing a game. Will with 2 points in that game, so obviously still holding on to that scoring title. High scoring series from the Hurricanes, and you know what? Since we have time, it's 2-2. It's tied 2-2 in this series against Syracuse. It's tied 2-2 in the other Stanley Cup series, so we'll at least be able to sim through a couple of these games. Barker has 4 points in this series, and we're going to go ahead and sim. Hard cap for me next sim, like a salary cap. I don't love simming with salary cap because I want all of the created players to kind of earn their money. And I found that the last time, or the first time that I did it, nice, Marsh getting a goal for the Checkers. I found that like most of the free agents end up being the created players, especially after their rookie years, or like their rookie contracts are up, because they want money and their teams don't want to give it to them. Um, so I'd consider it, but I want the players to get paid. I may make it so that I have to tank every like 5 years. I have to, just rebuild the team from scratch. I think that might be a little interesting. I may have to like make some stipulations and rules for the next series, but hard salary cap is something that I'm not quite sure about because it ends up getting really tedious for me, and I don't love that. I might have to do it then. If people want the salary cap, I might do it. But I definitely want to do something where like every like 5 years, or maybe even less than that, maybe even like every like 3 or 4 years, like I have to try and like deliberately miss the playoffs. But yeah, I might just um, play with salary cap on next time. It just makes it tough when you draft all these good players, but yeah, I'll make it work. So first period, Marsh gets the only goal for Charlotte, and again, I'm just simming through this playoff series because we have nothing else better to do other than wait, and I kind of want to see how Charlotte's doing. So Nash getting a goal for Charlotte. Golly, okay, that's not good. 6-3 is your final. Because like, if I play with the salary cap off, then yeah, I can build an unbeatable team. But if I play with it off and then deliberately try and like tank, then it might be kind of interesting. And yeah, I hate that because then like yeah, it just doesn't feel good when you have to like be like, well, I mean, like I want to trade this, I want to sign this guy, but I can't because I don't have the cap space. But then another team's gonna get him. But then I'm gonna have to trade somebody else to get him. It just ends up being really frustrating. So I don't know. I'll have to toy with the idea. First period, so Syracuse gets the goal. Elliott with the goal. Cooperman with the goal. Can we have a 6 goal period as well? Oh, we almost tie it, but Berlin wins the game for Syracuse, and that series is now over. Charlotte has lost in the Calder in the conference final, and I don't know who we're playing yet. We're playing Winnipeg. I believe this was last year's opponent, but I could be wrong. Either way, we're playing Winnipeg, so this is exciting. First period. Canes with a goal, or 2 goals, Bach and Svechnikov, so the first line essentially. Victor Soderstrom scoring for Winnipeg. I'm really happy to see that he is succeeding with Winnipeg. As we did trade him pretty early on into his career. And Kurt is also on this team, so a handful of players. Yeah, like the player salaries go way up, and then you can't sign any of your players because the cap only goes up like 1 million, and all of a sudden like your players want like 4 million more, and you're just like, well, crap, I have no cap to sign any of my players. Second period, Bach with the hat trick, and Brendan Perlini with a goal. So Dominic Bach already has a hat trick. Third period, Canes get a goal. Timothy Rabbit scoring. The unbeaten streak lives on. And Will with no points in that game, but I believe the first line was really the only line to get it done. But interesting that Bach had a hat trick and didn't take over the lead. It means just Will's having a great playoffs in general. Game 2 in Raleigh. No goals in the first period. 17 shots for Winnipeg, though, so Leonov's having a great game. And Scheifele scores for Winnipeg, so the unbeaten streak is in jeopardy here. Third period, Canes lose 1-0, so they have finally lost a game in the playoffs. Jake Bean out with an injured elbow. He is out for more than likely the series. Like, he could come back if the series gets to like game 6 or 7, but I'm not sure. And Will with obviously no points in that game. Nobody had a point for our team because it was a 1-0 loss. First period, game 3. Chekovic scores for Winnipeg, so 1-0 again. The Canes haven't scored a goal in some time. Oh, tough. Aho gets a goal, and Omark and Cypher score for Winnipeg. So 3-1 is your score after the second. Third period now. Canes tie it. Nick Suzuki and Taylor scoring for the Hurricanes. So it's a tie game. We're going to overtime in game 3. Canes offense is at 100. Their defense 93. Without Jake Bean, it was a 94, I believe. So not too much of a hit. And then goalies is a 92. Oop. All right, so we're going to randomize, or it's just CPU, and we are going to play. All right, so we're going to load into this. It's a tie series. Yeah, I think it's very unlikely, and I mean, you know, this team is obviously great. We have a lot of 90-plus. We have 4 90-plus players. 2 89s and 87 as my second line center. It's just a really good team. Svetch with the puck now. He's going to carry it into the zone. Meg has the puck. Shoots. Ooh, great save there by Kurt. Svetch has it again to Aho. Aho's going to take the puck. He shoots. Ooh, misses the net, but there was space past Kurt. Vesalainen to Rasmus Kupari. And Kurt is a 4-time Stanley Cup champ with the Carolina Hurricanes. Svetch with the puck. Ooh, nice pass to Bach, and Bach's going to enter the zone. Nice little move to get around the defender. Shooting, score! Aho cleans up the rebound. Canes win, take a 2-1 series lead. I like it. Quick overtime. We can just keep this moving right along. Boom. So I am going to do something in this. I am going to show you all the draft. And then probably, it's kind of late, so I'm probably going to stop it after the draft. But Will with another point in that game, up to 18 points now in 15 games. Game 4, Canes with a 2-1 lead in the series. And tie game, Dominic Bach with another goal. He's having a great series. Victor Soderstrom with another goal. Tie game again. Scheifele and Chekovic score for the Jets pretty much from behind the net both times. Svetch and Taylor tie it. Winnipeg has 3 goals on 10 shots. My God. Third period now. Canes lose. Perlini, Scheifele, and Soderstrom score. Soderstrom and Perlini are having, and Scheifele are having great series. Will with another point, so he keeps his lead. Now that Winnipeg has forced a game 6, it's possible that Bean could be back, but I doubt it. So this is game 5 in Raleigh, tie series 2-2. And no goals in the first period, kind of interesting. Second period, Aho gets a goal, and Dean gets his first goal of the series for Winnipeg. Third period now, Canes lose. Vesalainen and Connor, and all of a sudden, the Carolina Hurricanes are on the verge of being eliminated. After not losing in the first 3 series, they've lost 3 games in this series. That's interesting. All right. First period, 3 goals from the Canes. Meg, Tarasov, and Rabbit scoring. That's what we want to see. Vrana does get a goal for the Jets, but a nice 2-goal lead. And kind of a nice little arc there. I like that. Second period, 6-1 Canes. Laxinen, Svechnikov, and Rabbit scoring again, and a little bit of an arc. So I like that. Third period, it is a 6-3 final with Kyle Connor scoring 2 goals for the Jets. But the Canes force game 7. That's a big win. And we might see Jake Bean back. Will with no points, but still holding on to that lead. And Bean is back, so that's actually a huge addition for game 7. The defense was kind of missing Jake Bean, I think. So let's see. Game 7. First period, Aho and Taylor scoring goals for your Carolina Hurricanes in the first period. And this game is in Raleigh. The Canes are looking to go back-to-back, 5-time Stanley Cup champs. And then second period now. Canes get another goal. McCarron scoring a big goal. And I'm not going to sim all of it. What I've been doing in the Stanley Cup is I've been stopping with about a minute left and simming through that final minute, and then we watch the Stanley Cup celebration, if that's cool with you. Because I don't want to sim through the whole 20 minutes, or 5-ish minutes. I'll stop at the halfway point. How about that? 5 minutes left. I don't want to commentate all of that. And so about halfway through the period, no goals here, so that's definitely what I like to see. Alright, we have 4:59 left. That's actually almost exactly 5 minutes left. Looks like Winnipeg has had some injuries too this series, which is tough. You know what? I think I'm going to introduce the perfect team, or the tank stipulation now, because this is starting to get a little boring, and I'm afraid that I'm going to get burnt out, because I can kind of feel me getting a little tired of this series. So I think what I'm going to do is start tanking. Oh crap, I forgot to introduce, or to make it CPU versus CPU. I hate it when I do this. Alright, no sides have been chosen. Are you sure? Yes. Alright. What I may do is just not sign any of my coming free agents. I might just play the game and fill up the team as much as I need. Other than that, though, I don't know. Great save, Leonov there, and 4:11 left in the game. Kings are up 3-0. This is game 7. Kyle Connor is leading his team in points, and I believe that's a playoff lead as well. No other player is really close to that, other than Will, which I think has 19 points. But I don't think he has a point in this game. Bach with the puck. He's going to carry it out of the zone to Svechnikov. I don't expect Winnipeg to pull their goalie, but I could be surprised. Svech with the puck. Nice shot, and that's going to get blocked down in front. Kurt's going to make a nice save. I don't think he'll win his 5th cup, though. Pari passes it up to Vesalainen to Omar. This is an interesting line for the Jets. Chow on the back end to Wallman. Ooh, Conacher with a nice block in front. That could have gone in. Palmer up to Aho to Bach. Dominic Bach with the puck. Back to Aho. 1 minute left now, as you can hear. Svech scores. Nice goal from Svechnikov there on the rebound. 4-0 Canes. But yeah, what I might do is just not sign any of my pending free agents. If there's a player like Aho or Svechnikov that's been here for a while, what I may do is just keep them because I want those players to retire as Hurricanes, or any other complimentary player, quote unquote. I think I will just let go of them. See how that works. Oh, nice little play there. Wallman with the puck. Pretty much hopeless now. Chekovich is going to make a shot. Verano's shot's going to get blocked. Conacher's going to pick up the puck. 37 seconds now. Ryan Suzuki to Timothy Rabbit. And yeah, I think I'm just going to tank. Rabbit, ooh, block shot and a face-off with 29.4 seconds left. I'm still going to continue drafting well, but not going to re-sign any of the players other than the ones I want to retire as Hurricanes. And then just kind of build a team of prospects, essentially. So that means if Will is coming up as a free agent, I don't know who is on this team, but I'm going to slowly start making this team a little worse. That way, this doesn't happen every year. Rabbit with the puck. Meg Palmer. We've got 21 seconds left. Do an expansion draft every season. Take certain amounts of players every offseason. That'd be interesting, but the only way I could do that would be in free agency. So, that might be what I do, is if I protect a couple players. But again, I think I'm just going to get rid of all the NHL players that I don't want to retire as Hurricanes this offseason. If that doesn't work, and if the return is fairly inconsequential, or if there aren't many good NHL players on free agency, then I might just trade away a couple guys. But we'll have to see what happens. I don't know what this offseason's looking like. I might just walk through that with everybody now. Stanley Cup. Back time. Cool stuff. I'm happy. I really am. At the same time, it's yeah. It is starting to get cool, I will say. So I think I am going to get rid of free agents. So I may sim to the re-sign phase and see who's available and just let everybody see on the record like who's available, who isn't, and get rid of the players that I want to. Hey, Stanley Cup. Ooh. Definitely looks like there's a huge gap in the elbow of the Jets jersey. I don't know if you guys saw that, but like it definitely looks like there's like a short sleeve and there's like a long sleeve underneath it. It's really weird. Just at the angle it was at, I guess. Alright, so there's Leonov, there's Suzuki, everybody there. What a mop of a hair that guy's got, and then no hair behind him. I think that's Rabbit. So it's obviously going to be Captain Sebastian Aho hoisting his 5th Stanley Cup. Will is going to win the Conn Smythe. This series he had 7 points. Guess that seems a little high, but that could be wrong. Canes win it in 7 games against a Canadian team. It's not like that hasn't happened before or anything. And Sebastian Aho is going to hoist the cup. We'll see who he passes it to. It's changed every time, which I like. Like it hasn't been one specific player getting the cup. Nothing exciting was going on Twitter. That was just somebody talking about Tiger King, I think. So there's Sebastian Aho, about to hold his 5th Stanley Cup. Congratulations to him. Yeah, really cool stuff. I'm really happy for him. He's going to pass it to Svech, so this is the first time we've seen Svechnikov holding the Stanley Cup. So that's a cool moment, for sure. Conacher with the cup now, and he's going to take the 2nd lap, and so that is it. Those are the players who have held the Stanley Cup this year. They only show 3 players. It would get kind of tedious if they showed like all of the players, but I do think there should be a mode where you could see that. Or I think like a cool thing would be like a photo book where you could see like highlights from like the Stanley Cup. I don't know. It's just a thought. But Will with 21 points in 19 games, and that is your Stanley Cup playoff. Iowa wins the cup. I believe that's their 2nd in a row. And the Canes obviously win their cup. I don't know. I think like the scrapbook mode would be neat. Ooh, 2 Metro teams winning the lottery though, which is tough. The Rangers getting the 5th overall pick and the 11th there, so tough. All right, cool. New draft rankings. Obviously, we're picking 31st, so it doesn't really matter who we pick. Still those 2 gems. This guy's actually ranked 55th now, so we are going to need to trade up a little bit. I am going to see what our 1st round pick looks like, and if there's a good defenseman there, I might pick him. So retired players, Tyler Seguin retiring. That's a Hall of Fame career for sure. Scheifele and Monahan retiring as well. Scheifele had a great playoff series despite like a not good despite playing in the AHL, so he must have been called up. Former Canes, let's see. We have Elias Lindholm retiring, so congrats to him on a good career. I don't see anybody. Jacob Slavin calling it a career as well. Over 1,200 games played. Brady Shea also calling it a career. Still seems like Tara Vinen is playing. Other than that, Brett Pesce as well. I don't see any other former Canes. Goalies now. Eric Comrie retiring, and he's the best goalie on this list. Subban and Brossoit are the other ones. So, not too big of a of a change for the goaltending in this year's retired players. Monahan, Jones, and Horvat are now coaches. And it doesn't look like I have to sign any or like hire any new coaches this year. Coaches could be on expiring contracts, obviously, but none of mine retired, which is good. No scouts retired either, which is cool. Or at least not that I know of. I think it tells you. So we'll do the draft. Ooh, Natchez is on the trade block for Vegas. We'll sim to pick 31 here. Looks pretty similar to what I've been seeing. There are some top 6 forwards here. I do see that. I don't need forwards, do I? Nah, I could use them. Our scouts like this guy, but I do see this and I get kind of happy. Alright, so we're going to sim and see how good this Bickle guy is. Like, he didn't look all that impressive. 65 overall, but yeah. So, how good was this Bickle player? That's a good sign that he was a top 9 forward. I missed out on a really good defenseman, unfortunately. Like I really would have liked that because I'm really weak on defense right now. 62 is my pick, and 55 was what I wanted. So, does anybody have their pick on the block? Let's trade for Boston's pick. They're 53rd, that's perfect. So we will trade our 2nd round pick, which they don't want, but they're going to get it, and the 99th overall pick. So 62 and 99 for pick 53. And Boston accepts. Cool. So that'll give us our low elite defenseman, hopefully. We're going to sim to pick 53. It doesn't look like he was picked, which is exciting. Yeah, he wasn't. So Malachi Yasina here, ranked 48th by our scouts. Again, 3-year ETA. Offensive instincts, balance, and defensive zone play. We think he's a two-way defenseman. We pick him. 64 overall out of the draft, low elite potential. That's a really solid pick. Pick 93 now. This is the last pick in the 3rd round. Hopefully I can find something here. A medium elite goalie, but I don't really need that now, you know? So I'm going to pick this left winger. Actually, our scouts like this defenseman better. Ooh, A- puck skills. That's solid. Offensive defenseman. Alright, you know what? What the heck? We'll go for it. We'll also show you here. There's all my picks that I've made so far. Last pick in the 4th round now. Sure, I'm down with picking this defenseman and Yahir Webster. Our scouts don't love him. Seems like his weakness is skating, but low top 4D I'd be down for. Ooh, low top 60. That sucks. I didn't mean to hit it once. Sorry. I think we just have 3 more picks in this draft. I don't think there's anything fancy. Our scouts really like this guy. They actually have him ranked 9 spots ahead. And he's 20, so that might mean that he's a gem. Favorite current NHL goalie? Shoot. I like Mrazek's energy, but in terms of favorite NHL goalie to watch, sure, I'll pick this goalie. Game starter, solid. Shoot, I don't know, man. Favorite NHL goalie? Yeah, Fleury's good. I'm trying to think of like another goalie that I really like to watch, but I can't think of any. Low top 6 forward, we'll pick him and end the draft. I really like watching Samsonov play. I think he's a very good goaltender. My NHL head coach is expiring. His contract is, at least. I think Samsonov is a really fun goalie to watch. I don't really pay attention to goalies all that much. I probably should more, but I mean, obviously there's a bit of bias, but Mrazek is going to be one of my favorite goalies because, you know, he plays on the team that I like. Alright, so that's it for scouts. My head coach's overall is up to an A plus now. And I definitely want to keep him here for as long as possible. So. Alright, now we'll see. Big Mac, that's funny. So here are my expiring players. There's Conacher, Tenel, Suzuki, Bean, Prisky, Niku. I don't care about Tarasov. I'm going to keep Tarasov because at least I'm going to qualify him. But... Or how about this? Connor, let me know what you think of this. Should I get rid of players that only have the no next to their names? Because this would be like players that don't want to sign. So like Prisky would be gone. Tenel and Conacher would be gone. So that's a massive hit to my defense. And I lose one of my top 6 forwards. That instantly makes the team worse. Okay. So we'll let Tenel go. Yeah. Yeah. Because what I did in the past is I'd just offer them like $1 million or $2 million more than what they wanted. That's really not that fair. Okay. So I'll let go of all these guys then. I'll keep Suzuki since he wants to sign. He only wants 4 years too. That's not bad. Jake Bean. How many years does Jake Bean want? He wants 4. Oh. Let's see if he accepts that deal. I'm offering him a little bit more than what he wanted. Niku I'm getting rid of. Okay, I like that idea too, actually. Now, for like some of my prospects that don't want to sign, I'm gonna qualify because I obviously want to keep my prospect pool intact. So if you're cool with that, I think that's what I'm gonna do. But like every year I can, or like, you know, if I've after I've won a cup or something, I can get rid of the players that don't want to resign, and I think that's fair. Gonna qualify you. Okay, that's what I'll do then. I'll release this player. I can release him. He's not gonna grow past that. Yeah, I'll get rid of him too. Definitely want to sign this guy. And I'm cool with letting him go too, so cool. Okay. I'm okay with letting this guy go. Low top 6 isn't a great potential, especially when he's only 73 overall at 23. But I'm going to qualify him. I'm definitely going to qualify Jaspers. Ooh, this guy's really good. 74 overall at 21. I mean, yeah. 5th round pick. That's a nice pick. Okay. So that definitely means I'm going to let go of him. And I'm going to sign this guy too. Yeah, he's 22. Not a whole lot of room to grow, but at the end of his ELC, he'll be 25. 2nd round pick. Alright, okay. And then goalies. Oh. So what do I do with this? Should I have to sign this guy because his last name's Conboy. Like if both of my goalies don't want to sign, well, this guy is my backup currently, and this guy is like an AHL starter. If there's the case where like both of the goalies don't want to sign and they're NHL ready, do I keep one of them, or do I let both of them go? And if I keep one of them, which one would you prefer me keep? I'll let you guys make the decisions here. While I'm at it, While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to look at my unsigned players. So I have this O'Sullivan guy. There's no sense in letting him not play in the NHL or AHL. Yeah, it is a predicament. Because I mean, one guy's the backup, and I could just sign a worse backup, but like I kind of don't want to get rid of a goalie that's 86 overall, high elite. So I'm definitely signing these two guys because they're AHL ready. O'Sullivan's not going to do anything in the AHL next or in his league next year. Might as well bring him over. Hargrave, I could let him go, but there's no point in letting a 71 overall guy go to waste. And that's really it. I don't have anybody else that I'm really itching to sign right now. These are my best 3 picks from that draft. I could say choose one, let the other go. Okay. I'm definitely letting this guy go because I know he won't want to sign. Oh, and he wants like an amount of money that's like insignificant. So like this really doesn't hurt me all that bad. And plus he's 86, so I don't feel bad about offering him like 3 million. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot more than what he wanted, but that would fit under, I would make room under the cap for that in like a cap scenario. So we'll see what happens. I don't have the budget to sign you. Aw. I hate that. I have the franchise mode aspect turned off, but they're still like, oh, you don't have the thing to sign me. I'm like, what? Okay, whatever. Alright, so prospects are signing. Bean wanted to re-sign. That's good. So he only signed for 2 years, which is okay. I'm okay with that. Ryan Suzuki re-signed. Alright, so let's see if the goalie re-signed, because I already forgot. He did, okay. So it was 1 year too, so I don't feel too bad about that. I'd have to let... You know what? It might actually be good to let my head coach go too, because that's a big hit to my team. I'm okay with that too. Alright. Scout signed. I did get an email. Let me read that. Oh, that's fine. It's not school related, so that's fine. So my head coach didn't re-sign. And before I forget, I'm just going to sign a head coach. Otherwise, I'm just going to forget, period. So it looks like I have 3 million to sign a head coach. As long as this guy's teaching is okay. I'm actually going to go with this person. Pittsburgh is interested in him, so I'm going to offer him a lot more. I hate how you can only move it up by 5,000. We're going to offer him 2.45-ish. Sure. Offer contract. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to wait to do free agency. I'm not going to do anything crazy in free agency. Before I leave, here are the prospects that grew the most last year. Aho is actually down to an 88 now. So that's another big hit to my team that might be kind of interesting to keep track of. So that'll make my team worse for sure. We'll go to the system now. So this guy grew a little bit, which is nice. Guys in Charlotte growing. This guy grew in Charlotte. This guy was new. This guy's also new. Alright, I'm happy about that. Lots of growth coming from my players, but I was kind of hoping that more guys up at the top would get better, but it's alright. Alright, with that, I think I'm done. It's been about 2 hours. About an hour 45, actually, so thank you all very much for watching, and